This is Irontrader, and this is Midday Trading. Today we're going to take a look here at Intel, and their earnings are today. After the close, they're going to start the big tech thing today, and then we'll take a look here at AMD. Okay, this video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, sell, stock, not ETF. Subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, here we have Intel. Now, this is the big boy here. This is going to be, let me just see. Yeah, this is after the close here today. We've got to see how this is all going to shake out, though. This should be set the tone for tech. Now, remember, next week on the 28th, you've got Microsoft, you've got Meta, you've got Tesla. So we've got a lot of good earnings here coming up. Okay, now you can see here how Intel, we were just basing all the way on out here. And then we had a nice good jump up. And then you can see here how we just smoked this thing right higher, and we're all above that nice 8-day, 21-day, 50-day, 100-day, and your 200-day. Now, yesterday we made this high of 54.41. Today we made this high of 54.48 level. Now, if we keep on going, this is why I want to show you what's going on here on the weekly is right here, okay? So there we are. There's your today's high, okay? So we already exceeded this level right here. That's going to be key, 51.28, okay? So now, there you are is your 51.48. Now, your next level here is going to be come right on top of that candle up there is going to be 56.17. That's going to be your next upside target. And then we're going to bring this price channel right here across. And then your next level is going to be 58.42. And then we're going to come right up here to the top of that candle. You're looking at 64.12. And then we revert right up here, 66.29. And then we get all the way up here to that big retest there of 68.49 level. Now, this is a 5-year chart on a weekly here. So we got a lot of good run that we could go all the way up to that 68.49 level, okay? But again, what you want to do is make sure that you just take one level at a time. So right next is just look at that next level at that 56.28 level, okay? And then take a look at that 58.42. Then we can venture all the way up here into the 60s and possibly retest that 68.49. Now, we crack that, we'll probably head right towards that 75 and work your way all the way up to 100. It all depends on what they have to say about the whole AI, the whole situation, and what is their guidance going forward, okay? So now here on the downside, what you really want to watch is just the top of that candle. That's at 50.39, and then we want to watch that 49.04. That is your 8-day, okay? Then we come below that. You got 46.71. Then we can venture all the way to the top of this candle here. You're looking at 44.02 level. We'll come down here at 42.48. And then 42.46, there's your 21-day. Then we have your 50-day at 39.91, your 100-day, and then we have your retest at 34.95. But you can see here on the daily chart here how nice we had this good, nice consolidation, actually like a W pattern. And once we broke out of that, it just basically this parabolic, nice, good rise going on here, okay? So again, consolidation here on a weekly. And look how many weeks that consolidated. And then once we broke out, you can see how it's stair-stepped up. And now we're breaking on out here, okay? So again, watch that 54.48. That is today's high. And then watch this level right here. That's going to be very key at that 56.28. And you can work yourself all the way to that 68.49, depending on what they have to say. Okay, let's take a look here now at AMD. All right, here we have AMD, okay, your weekly, okay, and your monthly chart here, okay? So you got to figure this over a 5-year thing. What we're really looking for, 5-year period, I should say, what we're looking for is that retest of that 267.08 level, okay? But there is some resistance in between that. So today we had 253.99 level, okay? So if you look right to the left of the chart here, what you're looking at is 253.44. Your next level there is going to be 259.63. And then we come up here to that 263.51. And then we have that 261.08. Now, again, we got to see exactly what's it going to be. And what's going to set the tone is going to be that Intel is going to set the tone for AMD, is going to set the tone for NVIDIA, and probably pretty much all this tech that's going on, especially like Meta, Microsoft, and Apple, and all that stuff that's going to be taking effect here today, okay? So just remember how we had this nice gap up, and then she just went sideways action, had a nice consolidation, and now it's working itself on up here, okay? So on the downside here, what we always want to watch is just watch the top of that candle right there, okay? So that's going to be your support, 238.35 level, and then we're going to come right down here to that 230.91. Then we have everything right here at that 220, your 50-day, okay, your 21-day, and then right below that we have your 100-day at 210, and your retest down at 199 level, okay? But But when you get this consolidation like this, what that does is it builds energy. And once you can blow it can go either way. But when it blows, it'll just rip right on up here. And that's exactly what we got going on here. So 253.99. Just start watching the top of these candles here. There's that 253.44. You got to hold that. And then your next level, 259.63, and then 263.51, and then your big retest, 267.08. Now, again, if we crack that 267.08, well, again, then you're just, you're in blue sky territory. You're going to hit that, 275, and you're going to be working yourself all the way up to that 300 area. So if you're trading this, just listen to Intel's earnings tonight, and that should set the tone. Okay, that's what I got for you. I'll be back here after the open close. Take a look here at Bitcoin, gold, silver, crude oil, natural gas. And we'll take a look at the indexes, which are all nice and green. Now, we had to pull back here at the beginning of the year, or week, I should say. Again, but just remember, one day does not make a trade. We had the big sell-off. Okay, that was basically on these tariffs. Okay, now the T-Man says, well, we're working a deal, and we're not going to put the tariffs on. See how the market is going to swing. Now, just get used to these swings. Okay, so if you're either long or short trader, then it doesn't really matter to you, okay? But if you say you're just a long, don't be afraid to sit on your hands. Or if you're just a short, just sit on your hands because it's going to be a really nice two-way trade this whole year. All right, trade what's in front of you, not what you want.